afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the ESR 90, or what is it, the GTO Quattro Cup. I'm not entirely sure what that 90 Quattro Cup is. We are at Mid-Ohio. This is round 2, as you can see at the top of your screen. Welcome, welcome. I am Cole McRae. I'm today we're joined by Andrew Lee. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Yes, and this will be a little bit special. All these rounds are pretty special in their own right, aren't they? But we got a little bit of a treat for you here today. We've Andrew has taken it upon himself to sort of help out and revise the director recording that we usually have here. And for all of those of you who don't know, normally we have the race running and we just let an auto director kind of take his pick. I believe we call him Carl in one of the other videos, or Lars. Was it Lars? I don't remember. But so he does a good job, but bereft often of catching some of the close battles. So what Andrew has done, he's gone back over and with a kind of ingenious little script has essentially gotten his own manual director. Is that am I understanding correctly?
Sort of. It's still automatic, but it's an after-the-fact director.
Oh,
But
okay. So
but it's still mostly automatic.
so it's a 2020 vision director.
Sure. Yeah, I'll
Excellent.
go with that.
Yeah, yeah. And so we'll get a little bit intercut with that. It'll be kind of obvious, but it'll be actually a lot more information and kind of helpful.
Go
So
for it.
looking forward to that.
Yeah,
We,
and
we
any comments or criticizing is good. We need to know if this works or not.
Absolutely, yeah. Feel free to comment if do you guys like this? Because this is a little bit of work, but I think we're willing to put it in order to get this going. We have 11 cars going today. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted.
Yeah.
Martin texted me saying he was going to watch hockey.
Okay.
But we have 11 cars in the field, mostly names we've seen before. James Butler in first, Bertrand Barrier in second, Martin Edmonds in third, Magic Keshuk fourth, Andrew D in fifth, Martin Smith sixth, Steve Davidson seventh, David Feet eighth, John Barker ninth, Eric S in 10th. We haven't seen him in this series before, I don't think, and Marisa Delgado rounding out the 11 cars we have today.
And
So here we
actually,
go.
there's two more. There's 13, but two
Oh, there's
didn't
13.
qualify.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ricardo Costa in 12th and Oh, Pereira. I'm not entirely sure. That's definitely a name I haven't seen before. This is an open server, if I remember correctly. It is our Saturday, or is our Sunday Fun Day series on Saturday. So we can kind of see here is our new other director overlay or alternate overlay. So a little bit more accurate. But I think we're race underway. Green flag at Mid Ohio.
And I
As
do
we
have a question. Do you hear volume on the racetrack itself?
I do. It is. I believe it's turned down quite a bit. Oh yeah, Martin noticed that he did a little bit of what's it called? Editing. So I think he pre-edited it for sound because normally we turn it down quite a bit
Okay.
in the edit. But so I think that might have been a little bit of premature. But it's definitely coming through. I just have to crank it pretty hard to get any like to get it to be kind of normal.
Okay, good. As long as it's there.
Yes, there is definitely volume. Eric S. in trying to make his move on John
Yeah,
Barker
gives him a little bump,
into turn 3. There's going to be a
pushes
lot
him
of
out of the
bumping at
way.
this track.
Yeah, quite a brutal race, actually.
Most definitely. Looks like Butler has managed to hold his own against Bertrand Barrier. Martin Edmonds still in third, so not a lot of action in the front, it seems like. Andrew D losing one position, I think, to Martin Smith. Oh, actually, Martin Smith got quite a few up. Oh, look at that. So, if you could fill us in a little bit, what are those numbers we're seeing on the top left there, where it
Top
says like
left,
number 3
right
and
now,
stuff
number
like that?
three, that's just the car number. So
Oh,
most of those are the same, but
most of
we've
those will be number 3.
got a couple of fours and a five. Five, of course, is the yellow one.
Mm-hmm. Martin
Um,
Emmons is our only 5 haver today. Ooh, and speaking of which,
yep,
he's getting
and
some
Martin is a
understeer.
little slippy there, and so is Martin Smith.
Battle of the Martins. Who will come out on top?
Right now we have tires. Eventually all the tires will fill in. You can see that we've got a brave soul on Bertrand Barrier. He's trying to do hards. Although
Yeah.
it doesn't show here, but as I understand it, he was doing hards on one end and softs on the other.
Oh,
So we'll see how that works out
an
with.
interesting concept. I wonder which one he would do.
We didn't even know that it could be done, and when we got to the race, we said, what? And so we all tried it, and yes, it is possible.
I suppose that's well, it seems to be working out well for him. He's apparently on some sort of hards. Oh, Mr. Pereira going around in turn 3. Ooh, and I believe it's Ricardo Costa having to dodge. Ditto from Mauricio Delgado. Delgado a little bit uncharacteristically slow today. I'm not sure entirely what happened there. He's generally be pretty fast in these kind of more balls to the wall, a little bit crazier cars. I mean, he's want for the Mustang DTM car. So a little bit surprising to see him. Well,
Oh,
now
oh,
no
oh.
longer in last, but oh wow, we got some action up the
Martin
front.
Smith was quite sideways there.
Yeah, we saw some rallycross action. Well, not really rallycross, more like Formula Drift. And Magic Cash Chuck hot on the tail. Oh, that's now we're back to Andrew D behind. So we're kind of seeing a third angle. So these camera angles are not ones we would traditionally see with the regular auto director. I like them. A little more context.
Yeah, so there's kind of two in-car ones. There's the helmet cam and the passenger cam, and it'll flip between them depending on, because especially here where we're all in the same car, you need something to indicate that you've moved to a different car.
Absolutely, especially with all these being exactly identical for the most
Yeah,
part.
exactly. And now I call this a roof cam, but I think it's actually the swing cam, which is probably a more apt name.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you got the trackside cameras.
Oh, we got someone going way wide. That might have been Andrew D. No, Magic Kazchuk, I think it was.
Yes, I didn't catch it, but he's still up in fifth, so he didn't suffer too badly.
Well, he did fall quite some distance from Martin Emmons
Oh,
ahead.
okay. Oop,
Oh,
and
now
who's
we
that?
got David Feet off,
David
and
Feet's a little off, yeah.
John Barker making a move.
He's going to
Kenny
try the outside
Holdy on the
here,
outside.
and you can see in the mirror there that David's fallen back, so he made that pass stick.
Indeed, that was bold. I guess in these cars you have to be bold. Steve Davidson hot on the inside. Oh, crashing into Eric S, who gives it back to him, and I believe that's John Barker going around. Nope,
And
it was Eric S.
that was actually Dee's fault. He did not give Steve Davidson enough room, and Steve clipped the wall.
Oh yeah, good eye on that one. There are times I wish these cars were different liveries, so it'd be easier to tell who's who. But oh well, as is the nature of the Sunday Funday on Saturday. James Butler
Yeah,
under
nice
fire
little battle
from
here.
Bertrand Barrier. It
Yep.
looks like Barrier are on the outside attempt, but he's gonna have to stay there. Double right-handers. Oh, falls back. Looks like Martin Emmons is gonna get a lunge on Martin Smith.
And he pulled it off.
Yeah, he
So
seals it.
he's in front of Martin. Or
I
Martin,
especially
yes.
appreciate being able to see the inputs. It does look a little bit sketchy at times, but being able to see exactly what they're doing is actually helpful, I think, at least.
Yeah, I like it. I like to see the lines and stuff they're taking as well. When we settle down a bit, you'll get to see, some lines where they should be hitting. Like over here, we should be catching this curve right there, and he did it nice.
Very good.
And
So
this is a bit
Smith,
of a tough corner.
oh, definitely, especially in these cars, very prone to understeer on the braking, but or at least in my experience, but
Yep.
nice and healthy amounts of understeer or oversteer depending on your angle of attack on the throttle. Which is why I'm kind of curious what particular tire combo Mr. Barrier went with, because oh wow, we got someone sideways. That is Edmonds.
That's
No, it's not Edmonds.
no
That's
Martin Smith
Kazchuk.
again. Martin Smith was sliding all over the place, but he was quick.
And did Kazchuk have to dodge? I was scanning the leaderboard frantically trying to find who it
Yes,
was.
it was either Kaschak or Edmonds who was beside him, I think. So
Well, regardless, Kazchuk is faltering around turn 2, and D almost made a move on him, but looks like he got a little bit frazzled, mayhaps.
So yeah, this was built with commentator in mind. So down
I like it.
on the lower right, you'll see a nearby. Like right now, we're looking at Andrew D, and nearby is Magic. And here we're looking at Martin Smith, and nearby is Martin Edmonds.
Oh, and then on the right, that'll be behind.
That's Martin is in front. So depending on which side of that little funny diamond it's in, it's either in front or behind. Yeah,
okay.
the double. But that nearby can be anyone who's nearby. So if, say it's a lapped car, it'll be that lapped car.
Huh.
And sometimes you want to know that because it's a blue flag situation or something. And it can also be a car in a different class. So
Hmm.
just it's slightly different from looking at the TV tower.
I
Just
see.
just
Well,
so you know.
it's very helpful regardless. I was noticed a while ago on the leaderboard, the top left, there were also not entirely sure what that 3 means. Oh, looks like we got Smith trying to go around Edmonds on the outside of turn 2. Not going to happen. Edmonds holds the inside. Although maybe a little bit of
Yeah,
a
he's
run
got
for
a good
Smith.
run. And I'll add something here. A couple of guys were doing manual shifting.
Hmm.
So James Butler, he has the full H pattern. Martin was using his paddles, but he was
Smith or
doing the
Edmonds?
clutch.
Oh, Edmonds going
Martin,
slide. Nice
ooh,
recovery though. That was
good
tasty.
catch, good catch. Yeah, Martin Smith. Martin Smith was using paddles, as I understand it, but manual, and I didn't know they had manual in there now. So
With
uh,
paddles?
paddles with manual. I had to go
So
back
just
and
using
try
the
it
clutch
myself.
pedal essentially?
So you have to use the clutch. It won't work if you don't use the clutch.
Hmm.
But the talk is they were getting a bit more straight line speed down the backstretch. So,
Oh wow, Andrew D getting
oh,
squeezed out by
yes,
I believe
squeeze
Magic Cash Chuck.
magic. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh, that's not so good. Oh, so the number on the right is just their position. That's their position moving. Interesting.
yeah. So you can see D drop down a
4
bunch of
positions.
positions. Yeah,
Oh, I like that.
and
Big winner there was
then
definitely Smith.
there's a couple of other numbers too down by Bircham Barrier here on the lower right. You can see 0, 2. So he hasn't gone up or down by any positions, and he started in second.
Oh, okay. I like that. So yeah, as you can see, Martin Smith then thus gained 3 positions from 6th. Huh.
Yeah.
Good to know. I
So
like this interface.
he was flying, and you can see Opera. He gave up. He's not in the pits. He's
Oh,
out
okay.
completely.
So he retired.
He retired or got an internet connection issue or something. He's gone.
Well, I don't know if you could. He's gone, Jim. But I don't know if you could tell if you were paying attention to any of the audience members in that last straight. Smith definitely has an advantage on the straights just a little bit. I know from using H pattern in other series we do in Raceroom that it is definitely faster than using a paddle shifters. But I didn't know you could do paddle shifters with clutch, and I think that might even be a little unfair because that's definitely that definitely be the meta. I think and for those who don't know, meta being just the best strategy essentially, because I mean I've missed shifts before, and that's kind of the price you pay for doing
Oh, oh,
the
oh,
ooh
Mauricio's.
Mauricio with the slide. He keeps it off the wall though, and mostly out of the grass. But yeah, I wonder if we might start to see other drivers switch to that strategy because
Well, I might try. It's kind of funny. When I started racing sim racing, I was right foot braking, and
mm,
with the intention that I was going to use the clutch anyway, but I wasn't being forced to use the clutch, so I finally got around to doing left foot braking. Well, now I may have to go back to learning right foot braking, and I gave it a shot, and it's all klutzy now, so it's going to take a while to relearn that.
oh yeah, that is an interesting thing. So you will have to relearn the right foot. I mean, heel toe
I
definitely
know,
a.
I know, you got to do a bit of heel toe here, and Martin Smith was complaining about that too, I think. And you can see Ricardo; he's a little wide there, and lets Mauricio through.
Although at least prior to trail braking, I could see even braking with the manual clutch being an advantage. I know that if you just don't even rev match and just let out the clutch as you're downshifting, you can get a pretty substantial uh,
Braking,
braking boost as
yeah.
the engine braking helps. Although you got to be careful because if you do that while you're in the middle of a corner, it can throw you for a loop, literally. So Martin Smith still trying to hunt down second place. Ooh, he gets
You
a
can
little bit
see,
slidey.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe he did what I was thinking.
You always
Uh,
want to keep an eye on him. He's probably going to do something.
so I'm actually a little bit curious. We don't get to see that information, but Do you have any
Uh,
perspective on if any of them changed their gearing at all? Do these cars allow for gear changes or gearing changes?
they may, but we're running fix setup. So
That's right. I forgot.
yeah, all we can do is change tires and brake pressure.
Oh,
And
Bertrand
Bertrand, and
Barrier
you
going
see,
around.
I'm pretty sure Bertrand had softs on the back, and
Oh,
you can see that that's catching him out every once in a while.
well, I'd imagine the softs on the back would make it more understeering, no?
You might be right. Maybe I had that backwards.
Yeah, maybe he's got the hard.
Got the
Oh
hards on the
wow.
back.
Oh, low recovery. Oh, it's yeah. Someone's biting him here. No, undoubtedly has some dirty tires, but whatever it is, it's not helped by his tire situation. So, Bertrand Barrier falls to 8th place, is where it looks like he's now doing battle with Andrew D. So, we'll have to see how this works out.
Yeah, D's trying to pick up the pieces from being squished against the wall.
hmm And
Eric S is the danger man.
it's all chaos all the time in this race. You got Dean Barrier doing battle. We've got Eric S hot on both of their tails. Martin Smith and James Butler though up until or up
They're still
until the
having a good
lead.
race.
hmm
These two are, close enough that they're getting the camera every once in a while.
So I think fixed setup is probably the right choice for this, but it would I do enjoy it when drivers can express their tuning preferences. One
Yeah,
thing.
on this car too, the biggest thing is that we're running at engine map 2.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I forgot about that.
and obviously when you get to do it yourself, well, depending on how long the race is, you're probably going to crank it up to 5.
Oh
So
yeah,
Martin E says that dramatically changes the characteristic of the car. You can see
I
as
believe
David
it.
goes through, he's sliding around quite a bit.
I believe it. Ooh, D
He,
getting a little bit understeer.
yeah, you can see I missed the apex, so
I do appreciate how on the right hand side there's a button called Whipper, WIPPER.
Whipper.
I assume that's German for windshield wiper.
Oh, I was looking in the wrong place.
Oh, oops.
Okay, I'm gonna look at that next time.
Well, see now it's not going to come apart. Now it's
Yeah,
not
I
going to
probably
come
won't
by
see it
again.
for ages. I'll
Yeah,
forget.
and then we'll forget. You just have to take my word for it. So how long is there to go is the question.
It's 18 laps, so we got 7 laps to settle up here. Martin Smith is still putting lots of pressure on James Butler, who
Definitely.
incidentally comes into the race. He's whining, complaining, he can't make a turn, he's hardly practicing the thing, and he
That's
puts in,
Butler.
yeah, and then goes ahead and I think he took pole on qualifying,
You did
and
indeed.
now he's sitting out in front. And he's not making any mistakes. He hasn't spun the thing around or anything.
That reminds me of one Matt Higgs does that every time he gets in a spot where he's uncomfortable. I remember we did a race in R Factor 2 a while ago, and he was just complaining the whole time and just, man, rah, rah, I hate this car. It feels terrible. I even forget what it was, but like, I hate this track. I hate everything. And then he was still like fastest or second fastest. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, clearly it's not doing you any dirty. Side note, Ricardo Costa has also departed from our session.
Oh yeah, lost 2.
Although we might have an actual race going on. Bertrand Barrier not quite. Ooh, well, around the inside of John
Yeah,
Barker.
Barker
Come.
slid sides, and he's still autocrossing.
Yep. A little bit of rally cross. The commentator's curse is in full effect today, as usual. And so that doesn't really end that battle, but it instead passes the baton from Barrier to D, who is now on Barrier's tail. So he might be able to make a move out of this, especially because Barrier looks to be struggling a little bit with understeer. Now we're on board with D, and as I say that, Barrier's out of here. So you can see on the right there, Whipper, where it says screen, Whipper screen.
Oh yes, Yes, it does.
I assume that has to
Maybe
be.
it's been reconfigured for whipping off insects.
Ooh, that'd be fun. And maybe a little bit horrifying. I don't know.
To the insect, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. If I saw whips flying around on my windshield, I probably wouldn't be super stoked about that.
No.
German engineering, you know.
Little slide there again.
Yeah,
It's
lots of
definitely on the
sliding.
edge all the time. But you see, you don't catch that when you watch the car from the side all the time. You don't see how much people are working to keep these things on the road.
Yeah, that is a good point. It's kind of strange. Looks like we got a very damaged car behind. I believe that might be Eric S, which would track.
Yeah, he got that when he collided with Steve Davidson.
Hmm.
Did about 6 spins. Smashed his car up pretty good.
Really interesting that it's now showing Mauricio Delgado's gap in kilometers, not seconds. I guess he's just that far
Yeah,
back.
when it gets too far, the seconds becomes inaccurate. But really, I should have at some point said you're down a lap or whatever. But
Mhm.
at 1.6, he's not. He's not even down a lap. He's about half a lap
Yeah.
behind.
Meanwhile, Barrier getting passed by Martin Smith. Wait, what? Oh no, I was just kidding. Ha, I lied. Wait, what? He fell 5 places. That might be a timing error, maybe.
No, Barry's still in seventh. Yeah, he's been there for a while. Did
I'm not sure.
Barry
It,
lead him
it
in?
says it says down 5.
Oh yeah,
So I don't
from the
I don't.
start. He started in second, and he's down 5 spots. You're
Oh, I was
correct.
looking at the top left. Okay, interesting. So that just pops up occasionally then.
Yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
On the left, it kind of cycles through on the TV tower.
Yeah.
It just cycles through.
Huh.
You'll see here on a bigger race, it'll have the pit stop stuff,
Oh, I see.
which I hadn't done on the Zhuhai race, but it works now. So now we have, yeah, the car numbers, of which they're all pretty much the same. So that's useless here.
It looks like Martin
And
Smith got
Bertrand's,
a
yeah.
pretty poor run out of turn 1, causing both Feet and D to maybe have an opportunity. Looks like Feet got by. Wait, no, I'm reading that wrong. So Feet was already ahead. Barrier caught up to him, it seems like. And yes, okay, that seems more correct.
Yeah, so now we're in the tire cycle. Everyone who's left is on mediums, except for Bertrand.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see that. Oh, very neat. Barrier making the pass on David Feet.
And yes, who went back?
A nice little stylish cutback. Looks like Feet may be a little bit frazzled, although Barrier is getting sideways. Oh, that's gonna be it for his attempt there. Getting a
Yeah,
little overeager.
the tires bit him again.
Yeah, I wonder if that soft hard combination ended up biting him real nice. I mean that can be as big of a decision as anything in these cars. I mean, I remember in the last multi-class Raceroom race we did with Tugas, the like it's required to change at least 2 tires, and there's an
Yeah,
extra like 8 or 9 seconds I think difference
yeah,
between changing 2 and 4,
but it
and
can
everyone only
really,
only changes 2, but I always go for all 4.
I
Just
know, it
the
really
balance of the
can
car
mess
can be
up the
really
balance.
upset.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
it's really bad. Well,
Oh,
you can
looks
see
like we
David
got
Feet's a little
David Feet.
wide. He hangs on, but he loses a lot of time there.
Yeah.
See, we're still on them, so you can see the rate, the pass finish, and
Oh, only a few
unbelievable.
more laps here, maybe 10 or 8 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it's about what 1.5 minutes a lap.
More
So
or less.
yeah, 3 laps, 9 minutes. Yeah. Now David's going to hunt down D.
We shall see. Oh, looks like D got a interesting corner entry. If D can kind of capitalize, he's getting good rotation, which is not something we see that commonly in under braking. Oh, wow, a big jump. I wonder where that bout of speed came from. Isaac
Probably,
Kachuk just setting the best lap of the race so far.
yeah, take that with a grain of salt. But
Okay, a salty best lap.
it does go around and scan everybody every lap. But there is a way that statistically most of the time it's going to be right, but it
Hmm.
could be wrong. once in a while.
Just like me.
David caught the curve that time well. If you catch that curve, you'll go through that corner pretty quick. But when you're out,
The turn one inside curb.
yeah, but
Yeah, that one's
it
brutal.
can be hard to get the car to turn in and catch it.
No kidding. Well, there's a few corners that are particularly, you got to earmark those for not
Oh
do
yeah,
not
well,
cut this. Like Imola has quite a few.
yeah.
The turn one here. Oh, plenty of turns here actually. I think I'm like turn 6.
In
I
this
think maybe
corner,
that's this corner. Yep.
you,
Oh, speaking
yeah,
of, oh
yeah.
yeah, I
It's
is
it's easy to do that. It either doesn't want to turn at all, or it wants to overturn.
well,
So
we were talking about his tire choice earlier, and actually a lot, but I think there's equal perhaps credence to the fact that he might be running softs on the rear, and they've just fallen off already.
yeah, that's kind of what I had in my head, but it could be either way. I don't know. All I know is he had a split setup.
What a choice. So D has now made his way back up to 6th.
Yeah, Steve Davidson in
Guess
his sights with only 2 laps left though.
looks like Steve Davidson, speaking of, is gaining a pretty. Oh, just kidding. Oh, that must be a timing thing. Because he did climb all the way up to 9.5 seconds or something behind Magic, but then now up to 20. So they
Yeah,
must.
you see, that's the thing where when the distances get too great, the accuracy falls off. But
That's a shame.
that is a big swing though, going from 20 to 9.
All right, so battles we could be keeping an eye out for. Here we are, Andrew D versus Steve Davidson. We also got Martin Emmons versus Magic Kashuk. That may end up popping up. We've gotten a lap and change. And it looks like things are relatively stable.
Edmonds is getting close enough. He's starting to get a little green bar there.
Oh yeah, Emmons is catching up to Smith, so we might actually see this battle
Yeah, it may flip to
return.
it. It'll
The Martins.
try and share the camera if it can. There we are. There's
There
Martin.
we go. Our only yellow Audi.
I'm still jealous. I'm going to be jealous the whole season.
That's such an interesting thing. Like, why would they not allow? If they're gonna allow the car, why would they not allow that particular livery? Because it's not
Well,
like they had to blur Audi out, and that, like, a lot of sims, they had to, a lot of sims have to, fudge the names a little bit and kind of make it,
yeah,
basically the same, but technically not. So I'm kind of curious as to why Audi did disallow that specific livery if the rest of the, the other liveries and the car itself are still allowed. It's kind of
yeah,
funky.
I don't understand.
Oh well, world may never know. Speaking of, Andrew D is right up there against Steve Davidson, under a quarter of a second. Mayhaps
Ah,
we get to see
so
that. Oh,
now we probably won't because I notice in the director, the leader never gets any airtime. So
oh,
at least here on the last lap, depending on what's happening on the rest of the track, the leader gets a little bit of airtime.
okay. So kind of as he's finishing.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go, and a little bit of a victory slide for James Butler.
Butler.
Mauricio Doga. Okay, so now we're just seeing him go through. Martin Emmons in 5th, or 4th, or 3rd. Magic Kashik 4th. Steve Davidson. We're seeing that battle. Now they're reading in kilometers. All right, they're
Yeah,
very
that's how much
close.
space is left before they get to the end.
Davidson has no time and some damage.
He's
Can D get the
close.
run? It doesn't seem like it. Oh, that came down to the wire there. David Feet now.
John Barker.
John Barker. And then with that, Eric
And we
S. and
got
Bertrand
Eric
Barrier are going to be.
S.
What happened to Barrier? He's now in 10th. Oh, it's with that last spin. He probably had a couple more
Yeah,
spins.
yeah. Barry
Yeah, I
is one
think
of those people that either likes to come in first or last. He doesn't like just putting
taking
in a
the.
good showing.
Oh, look, a magic car repair. That this is we're right on to race 2. All right, so
Oh, he cut out. He cut out
uh
the The warm up
The
period.
results, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
he wasn't supposed to cut out the results and stuff.
that's all right. We're learning here. This
Yeah,
is the Sunday Fun Day series on Saturday. So,
yeah,
oh well. Just if you want to see the results of the last race, go to the last race and pause.
yeah. That's right. That's what you have to do.
All right, and green flag already. Reversed grid as usual. Mauricio
Full
Delgado
reverse
leads Bertrand
grid. Yeah,
Barrier. We've got David Feet, John Barker, Magic Catcher, Andrew D, all in a big old kerfuffle. Someone took the pit exit road.
yeah. I don't
Not,
know who
enti-
that was.
not entirely sure. We're 4 wide or 3 wide. Well, ooh, we're all over the place wide. Oops, someone's getting some sliding going on already. Magic Catcher, Martin Emmons, Andrew D, all in a big old gangbang right there.
Still a good tight pack.
Very tight. Martin Edmonds trying to grab some positions while they're up for their taking.
Yeah, he's already made 2 positions.
Hmm.
Looking at a third here.
Maybe a third. He's
Got John Barker right in front of him. Still a nice
uh,
little tight car in front of that.
indeed.
Oh,
Oh wow, is
sideways.
that
That is
Kazchuk?
Kazchuk. Yep.
Oh no, and that opens the door for Martin Edmonds to slow up or pass the slowed up John Barker. So grabbing 2 positions out of that exchange. Definitely the winner there.
That puts him up 4. The smoke is very black in the
It
dark,
is.
like they're running diesels.
Exactly. Well, emissions control didn't really exist in the early 90s, I suppose. So I just fart it all out. Just get it out of there. Oh, Eric S going. Ooh, I thought he was going to spin there. These Audis, at least in my experience, don't deal well at all with asymmetric thrust. Either
No.
they don't have a limited slip differential or it's a very crude one.
Yeah.
Eric
Yeah.
S going around the inside. But anyway, Eric S was. Oh, I didn't realize he's up to third already. Wow. Or he's still holding on to third, rather.
Yeah.
Oh, Magic Catcher
Nice and
blocking out the
tight in
brakes.
through here. Yeah.
Very tight. I think that's Andrew D picking up 8th place, mayhaps.
Yep.
Nice little maneuver.
Magic's gonna
Oh,
look to
he's
take
gonna.
it back.
Ooh, a little
A
bit of
little
bump.
slide, but no, hangs on.
Sticking the nose in the right rear quarter panel there. Just looking at those dials on the center of the dash, like how do you even adjust those in the middle of a race? That's a lot of
Yeah.
settings.
Yeah, I don't even know what they mean, but
So yeah, we don't. Martin Edmonds is the big winner here. Martin Smith doing pretty well as well. Steve Davidson, unfortunately, has been the butt of most of these passes. It seems like.
now James Butler, who was first in the last race, he's made 1 position.
Yeah, it's struggling to make any passes happen
Oh,
here.
it's hard through here. It's very
Oh yeah.
tight. People are too wide through the corners. There's not a lot of space to get around people.
Speaking
But
of, he's gonna take that. He's gonna
he's
take
going
a
to
bite
take a
out of that
check.
curb,
Yeah. And
and he
he's
makes
up
it
beside
stick.
D.
Not entirely sure if that was a sanctioned pass. You might have to give that back. Oh, I believe that's Delgado going sliding off in turn 2,
Yep.
but ends up holding on.
And that makes David lose a little bit of corner speed coming out. So Martin gets that one. Martin's up 5 spots.
So David Feet ended up getting kind of screwed there. Although Martin Edmonds
Oh,
maybe also
Martin's
getting a little
off.
screwed. 2 dips to the inside tires or the outside tires they were, but now they're in the inside. Now they're the outside again. He might try and get a cut back. I was gonna say if that happens, that's gonna be particularly ill-advised, given the context. But you know, I've seen stranger things happen. Yeah, just huge clouds of black smoke coming out of these 5-cylinder turbos. I thought turbos are supposed to be more efficient.
They are, but yeah, in this kind of stuff, it's
I guess
yeah,
it's hard to be
you don't
efficient when
care
you're
about
making.
efficiency. Yeah, you only care about power efficiency.
Exactly. I guess hard to care about efficiency too much when you're trying to push 700 something horsepower
Yeah,
through a inline 5 turbo. Was it
that's
2.5
right.
liters probably? I don't know.
2.2.
2.2.
Yeah. tiny little motor, really, for 700 horse. Although I guess F1 nowadays is massive amounts of horsepower too.
Well, F1 is borderline black magic unicorn dust.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I could probably do better with 1.6 liters if I had $400 million to spend. That's all I'm
True, true.
saying. Anyhow, Martin Edmonds, hot on the tail of David Feet still, going on the outside in preparation for turn 3. We're gonna maybe have to see if this maneuver is gonna work. We're now 3 wide. James Butler almost
Now,
made that mistake again.
Sorry about that, but what happened
Oh
was
no!
mayhem.
Oh no! Total carnage. Andrew D goes around. We have Butler, Barrier, Davidson. No, not Davidson. It's total chaos. What in the heck happened? You know, I bet it was Martin Edmonds versus David Feet. No, they're still up there. So it was behind that.
And I have to apologize there. I could not see the track and I didn't know I was coming on it, and I took Bertrand out.
Oh, it was you, my co-commentator. How could you do this? I
Getting
mean,
on
it
it,
was
yeah, that
great.
would be an unsafe rejoin. I was
And I
partly
couldn't
pissed because I got plowed off the road.
and I couldn't help but notice that the auto director you programmed just conspicuously elected to leave that part out.
But actually,
No, I'm just
no,
kidding.
no, you saw it right there. Ooh, who
Ooh,
slid
Mauricio
down?
Delgado
Who
with a nice,
slid down?
huge
Nice.
slide. Okay, I don't care how many spots he loses. That was gold, and I think we need to keep that. He's just gonna rejoin right now. Damn the rules. I love it. This is why we like Mauricio. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I forget now.
Uh,
Yeah. Oh, it was. There was no fiddle in there. That was just the way it was caught. So I was
mm,
kind of peeved about it, but I have to kind of. You can't do too much work, otherwise you'll spend all day at it. So
that's true.
got to be
Well,
mostly automatic.
oh,
Oh,
Magic Cash check out braking himself turn 3. He's gonna have to use a nice dab of handbrake. He's rejoining right in front of Mauricio Delgado. Oh, that could have been bad. I can't imagine Mauricio had much time to see him, but he made it work, I suppose. So can't complain too much.
yeah,
David Feet, a surprising star of today's race 2 here.
yeah. He's still hanging on to fourth there.
I mean, Edmonds and Smith have double-digit, passes,
Games, yeah.
but Feet is definitely holding on to it, and he's actually maybe even making a move on Smith. He was getting close. James Butler here trying to salvage this race.
Yeah.
Do you
Still
know
in
if
eighth.
this onboard steering wheel reflects their rotation?
Oh yeah,
So,
it's correct.
to
It's
their
just that
setup, so
if
if they have
there's
900
a
degrees, it'll reflect that.
oh no, that
It's just a
I
percentage.
can't tell. Yeah,
Okay,
I wouldn't know.
that's all right.
Um, but yeah, the steering inputs are mostly correct. Some are a bit jerky, but that's not because they're jerking the steering wheel.
That's
It's just
the
lag.
internet.
Yeah,
Yeah. And James Butler with a nice, clean pass around John Barker.
yeah. Yeah, one thing, the replay, it is smoother. Like if you watch them go over the bumps and stuff, they're much smoother than from the director. But there's not too many big bumps here, so you don't really notice it here. And you can see that James is working pretty hard to keep that thing on the road.
Ooh! That was nice.
Uh,
I ain't even mad. I mean, he lost the position, but I think I'll. Ooh, but should we give him the medal for best slide of the day, or should it be Delgado? Because Delgado
I don't
didn't
know.
keep it on the track.
Well, yeah, he kept it on the track. I think you get more points for keeping it
And,
on the track.
but Delgado's was just it was so gorgeous. But yeah, I guess keeping on the track has to take precedence. That's mega bonus points.
And it was Martin Smith also had one that was pretty good and sideways and kept it on. So
Well, I don't remember seeing that one. I remember
it was in
a
the
couple.
first race. Yeah.
Right. I remember seeing a couple of slides. I don't remember a
Yeah,
particularly
maybe.
gorgeous one, but
Yeah, but that was definitely certainly for this heat or this race. It was a good one.
this is our chance to engage some audience interaction. Audience, if you paid attention and saw the other slides, vote in the comments. Who did you think had the better slide, and or save? Martin Smith, what was it? James Butler or Mauricio Delgado? I mean, your votes will probably not matter, but it'll be fun.
Maybe we could convince Martin to give
Have
you
a
an
poll.
extra, yeah, or
Oh.
an extra entry in the spin the wheel for.
I love it. I mean, hey, why not? I mean, you know, that might be fun because if you won enough times or something, you could have that be the prize, and then
Yeah,
whoever has and it could
just improves your
encourage,
chances of getting VRP.
and it could encourage. Whoa, Martin Emmons
Whoa!
hot into Magic, or is that's Eric S. That was bold. That was a move and a half. It didn't end up working. I'm surprised Eric held on to that.
Eric is a bit of
I've seen him to be very bold, and
yeah.
Martin was able to keep everything more or less tidy. But I was amazed that both cars stayed on the track that with that one.
I, I don't know if we have any in-car of Eric, but he's definitely on a gamepad.
Oh,
But that's
oh,
only
David
part of
Feet
the
going
story.
off.
Yeah, he doesn't really. Well, he may pay attention on what's going around him, but we've caught him doing the odd block and stuff.
Uh,
The odd dirty block. There's
I forget
defensive
his.
driving and there's
Oh,
dirty blocking.
we got teleporters deployed. Mauricio Delgado materializing, or is that David Feet? Someone materialized around someone else.
Oh, we probably switched. Yeah, I'll have to go back and have a look at that.
That was interesting. Okay, well, I think Mauricio Delgado materialized in front of David Feet. Or behind?
Mauricio could have been having internet problems.
Oh yeah, it's
So
more
yes,
likely.
yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Oh,
Martin's in the
that
wall.
was a whole mess and a half right there.
And who'd he go
Did
off with?
Martin cut the corner a little too hard and clip the wall?
I don't know. I
That
know that when the
I
Eric S is involved,
All bets are off.
all bets are off. Yeah.
Someone hit, so was it Eric that hit the wall and then tumbled into Martin? It could have easily been that or the
I
other way
think there was a
around.
bit of bumping going on before.
Someone got, oh wow, it was
Oh,
some Eric almost goes into the wall again. Raceroom is one of the more friendly sims for controllers, but it's still an adventure. Oh, there he goes with the
oh.
slide. More or less keeps it on track. Well, less definitely. But now we're looking at Mauricio trying to get that spot back from David Feet. So Martin Emmons is desperately trying to put any amount of time between him and the guys behind because there's just a whole bunch of arms out, and he doesn't want to get caught up in that again.
Everything that happened though, Edmonds is still in third, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm kind of missing just had enough time banked up. Oh, we got someone going off.
Someone,
That
yeah,
is S, I believe.
yeah, yeah. If there's no pass involved or loss of positions, the camera, it really doesn't know about it. I can't tell if someone went off the track or not.
I just caught a glimpse of it in one of the different
Yeah,
angles.
yeah. You just catch it by fluke sometimes.
We got Butler versus Delgado. Looks like Delgado, yeah, like I said earlier, Delgado's really appears to be struggling with this last couple of races. So not entirely sure what's up there. Maybe just not feeling it today.
I think today he had maybe sat down and, just had something to settle the
To,
mind a
to
bit.
drink, yeah, little Patron, or
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what Mauricio's drink of choice is.
Beer,
Maybe a
beer
beer.
or
Okay.
wine.
Oh,
Wine, I think. Could be
a
wine.
wine. Okay, I would not have
He
predicted
likes his
that, but
wine and cheese. Yeah.
oh well, there's that then. Looks like James
And
Butler
James, yeah, you got around
struggling.
Delgado. Yeah.
Well, it was weird because Delgado looked like he was
Oh,
falling
yeah.
pretty heavily for a while, but now ditto happened to Butler. I wonder if there might have been two back-to-back spins going on.
I don't know. They're still battling it out here. It's not defined yet. I
Ooh, Mauricio on the
think
inside.
it's gonna cut away. It's been too long. Nope. Butler
Nope,
seals it.
that is nice and close. Oh, here we go. Ooh. I'm surprised he wasn't a little more aggressive than that, Mauricio. That was that. I mean, he's not over aggressive, but that move I expected him to make, or at least try.
Yeah.
I love how thick the wheel is for the tachometer. You can barely see the needle. At least I can barely see the needle.
It's good. I like that nice thick wheel. Back then, when you bought a car, it would be like a little tiny quarter-inch wheel, steering wheel. This is a nice big thick padded wheel.
Oh, no, I didn't mean the wheel. I meant the dial on the
Oh,
tachometer. You can see the little
okay.
circle. The center
Yeah.
point is really huge, and the needle's really thin.
Oh, I see
I
what
don't,
you mean.
I don't understand what's up with that, but oh well. But yeah, the steering wheel is nice. Are there a couple buttons on it? Looks like there might be.
Yeah, I can't see well enough.
Huh.
It looks like it's just a wheel.
Oh. As
Take
it
off.
should be.
Mm-hmm.
None of this LMP1
Yeah.
screens on the wheels crap.
Okay, James has got David in his sights now. Oh,
Seems like,
David
oh,
is.
and a slide, nice
Oh,
recovery. Ooh, that was spicy. So we got what, 2 entrants for for James Butler now in the sweetest drift save category.
I think that was David who did that. Yeah,
Oh, was that David?
I'm not sure.
Well, just whoever you see doing a drift. Ooh, we might have another one.
Okay, we got another
That
one.
is all right. That was James Butler definitely. He said, "All right, David, I see." Sorry, not the right accent. All right, David, I see you making a move there. That's more Australian.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm just gonna know.
yeah, you
Oh
got to
wow,
go
he's
further
going.
north. Oh,
Woo-wee.
James is in the Toolies now.
Yes. Oh, lots of steering from David Feet. So yeah, if audience members, just vote for whoever you think has the best save.
The
I
best
can't keep
slide.
track of them. There's something respect and admiration.
Tenacity.
Yes, exactly. You'll get the ESR Tenacity Award that definitely I didn't make up just now. The James Butler actually on the charge. I kind of expressed how he wasn't making much progress earlier, but then I
He's
guess
halfway
reverse
up,
commentator
and
curse.
yeah, we still got 5 laps to go, which is, yeah, it's a chunk of time still, but he's only halfway through the field. Only.
Yeah, unfortunately, a result of the cars not being very distinguishable from each other is, and a very thin track, and we're hopping around a lot, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But one thing that is unfortunate is that I'm kind of not able to get a read on how everyone is driving a particular. Real big steering inputs from James Butler, though.
Yeah,
I guess you
yeah.
probably have to do that in these cars, and he was gonna make it work. He got some ground on David Feet, but there's just not enough track.
I'm not sure if we saw it, but we got Martin Smith up front now,
Oh yeah.
and Magic Cash Check right behind him, and Martin Edmonds. So
Ooh, sorry, I had a little gasp there. That was a really. I thought he was gonna try and make that happen. No, I guess Feet just kind of ceded the position after that.
yeah, let her go.
That there was a clencher there. A
I missed it.
potential brown pants. A potential brown alert.
I was looking at the TV tower and missed it.
James was going around the inside of, or outside of David Feet,
David.
around that infamous last corner, where we had the Steve Davidson Martin Edmonds thing, or was it Edmonds? Well, someone bounced off the inside wall and came out and hit someone else, and I thought we were gonna have a repeat of that with Butler and David, but Butler backed out, and I think David just gave him the position. It's like, okay, all right, just take it. I want to live.
I've seen you sliding all over the road. I don't trust you.
Yeah, exactly. He's a madman. Don't. There's no sense in reasoning with a madman. Barrier desperate for any sort of progress he can make, taking a position from Steve Davidson. I don't think you don't get any time to change your setup between races, do you? I don't think so.
Given that we couldn't change
Oh
it
no,
anyway.
Mauricio Delgado gets a hit from James Butler. He's ruthless. He's man, maybe David giving him that position was a good idea after all. Sorry, what were you saying? I kind of interrupted you.
Kind of forgot. Oh yeah, no setup changes because we're on fixed setup. So, but you can change tires and stuff.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
between races,
Oh yeah,
can you change tires?
yeah, yeah. You can.
Okay. I wonder if Barrier might have learned his lesson and changed to all one or all the other or
Yeah, I'm
something.
not sure what he did in the second race. Well, it looks like he's on mediums, so I'm assuming he went with mediums front and back.
That makes sense. Andrew D and Eric S getting into it. That turn 2 was, oh no! Was that a pit maneuver or was that just
Well,
happenstance?
I'll give you some
That
background
is
on that.
that is a very stricken.
On the previous lap, every time I went to one side of him, he would cut me off. So this lap, I said, if you want to take it, go ahead and try, and
Oh,
he did.
so it was it a homicide or manslaughter? And John Barker is missing his right front wheel.
Yeah, that's got to be what do you call it now? Internet issues
Okay.
or rendering issues, as Mike often likes to say.
Looks like Eric S has retired, which makes sense. I choose to believe that Mr. Barker is truly driving around on 3 wheels.
Could be. I mean, they got pretty strong suspensions, but I get really suspicious when I see 2 wheels missing and they're still keeping up a good pace.
Would you rather have the front left and the rear right, or the front right and the rear left?
I like having the front wheels, so I'll let go one of the back ones.
No, I'm talking if you have to get rid of 2 wheels. Which ones would you
Oh,
rather
2?
lose? Which 2 would you
I
rather
guess it
lose?
depends which wheels are driven. In
In
these ones, all-wheel
these ones,
drive,
all-wheel drive.
I guess I'll keep the front wheels. I hate front-wheel drive cars, but
Well, technically, the front wheels are all of the wheels, so you know, technically it's still all-wheel drive and it's still front-wheel drive
yeah,
and
that's
rear-wheel
true.
drive.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just wheel drive. Andrew D. Mauricio Delgado with a nice stylish slide. So we're coming up. We only got 2 and change laps left. Mauricio Delgado not having the best of races. And it looks like D is fully caught up to David Feet, though.
Yeah. Looking. Well, first we got to get close before we can think about getting around.
Yeah, the sunset looking mighty regal as it crests the hill there. Oh, D.
David has he has the habit of kind of messing this corner up.
It's a difficult corner, you know, to get
Yeah.
really precise. It's like a slightly, in my opinion, it's like a reverse, slightly more difficult Hockenheim turn 1. You gotta clip it as much as you can, carrying as much speed,
Yeah.
but it's really easy to throw too hard one way or the other. Magic Kazachok just forgetting the turn,
Oh
I think.
no!
What
What
happened there?
happened here? What happened here? He popped his tires.
Oh, he
And
blew up his tires.
yeah, and he didn't understand why. He had medium tires on. He must have hit a curb or something.
I didn't
Uh,
know he could do that. Oh yes, his right front looks way low.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Now
maybe his
this
left
is
rear.
yeah.
Trying to figure it
I don't
out.
know which tire it was that blew up, but yeah, he was on the radio about that one.
Well, it looks like he's making left turns more or less. Oh, no, oh, it's definitely the left rear, I think. Well, I don't know.
I'll have to ask him.
I'm trying to tell by the way the car is sitting, but
Yeah, you'd have to get in really close, and even then, I'm not sure if
oh
it would.
wow. No, it might be the
Yeah,
right front, like I originally kind of expected.
it's undrivable.
And it was barely drivable to begin with. An unfortunate happenstance. Yeah, I didn't know you could mess up your tires by curb in this game.
Yeah, because he should have had no problem making it to the end
Hmm.
with mediums. Softs wouldn't have made it, but and no one
Oh,
tried.
there he goes again.
Yeah.
Really, with that lap, I'm surprised he even didn't pit. Oh, there he
Well,
goes,
he did.
retiring.
He gave up.
He,
Yeah.
yeah, he retires. I probably would too, to be honest. To do another whole lap in Mid-Ohio with only 3 tires in this car? No, thank you.
Now I think the way the points, I think it applies here that he will still get 80% of his points, or no. If you make 80% of the race, you get whatever points you're going to get. You can see he's falling through the field, but He's going to
Well,
beat
he's
Eric
gonna
S.
get 10th.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
get 10th.
What an
So where
unfortunate
are we? Oh, yeah,
circumstance. You
we're
can see
Martin
a tire
Smith.
mark going off. Martin Smith in the lead as we round out our final lap.
And Martin Smith's over, and Martin Edmonds pulls off second, even after being bashed into the wall.
Yeah, Martin Emmons, what a drive coming back from literally or second to last place.
And James Butler, he must have missed a couple of passes because he pulls off a third.
Yeah, very interesting race. I mean, we kind of commented on Butler's pace and his interesting drive. I don't know, maybe he just murdered everyone because he was on the warpath today.
Yeah.
Barker with John the unicycle Barker riding around on three wheels, finishing 7th. Steve
And
Davidson
Steve
and
coming
Bertrand
in.
Barrier are last two. Barrier just not quite able to figure it out. I mean, there's a lot to figure out with these cars, so that's not ultra surprising. But oh, I
Okay.
see. There's a pit report in the top right. Magic Kazchuk made a pit stop.
Yeah, well, he gave
Oh, he
up.
le- he left. He left. Okay.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
hopefully, yes. Okay, he's got the scores up. So at least we
Yeah,
know how the last race finished.
that's the most important part. Congratulations, Martin Smith, first place and fastest lap. No real contest there. Just kept it clean, kept it good. Only the only member of this race to break into the 126s. So good job there. He is of course first place. Martin Edmonds following closely behind in second. Um, excuse me. James Butler in third. Andrew D fourth. David Feet in fifth. Mauricio Delgado sixth. John Barker seventh. Steve Davidson eighth. Bertrand Barrier ninth. Magic Kazchuk in 10th, but he did not finish. And 11th for Eric S. Ditto. So what an exciting race, definitely. Personally, I think I can call the overlay a win. I enjoyed it. It was much more interesting on the information. I personally struggle a lot with relating where people are in the race to what position they qualified in. And that little
Yeah.
display on the bottom right is really useful. The display showing when people have left versus when they're just in the pits. I enjoy that. So I think we can call that one a win. I would like to still explore the Raceroom overlay a little bit more, but still a good thing. And like we said in the earlier audience comment, if you liked it this way, in the future, we're probably going to try and keep the warm up for the second race. That's just a clerical error.
Yeah.
Um,
And we should
but
have
yeah,
scoring on the first race, too. So,
yeah,
but yeah, that was a
exactly.
little screw up.
Absolutely. I am attempting to gather the event. There we go. Quick overview of the championship, quote unquote. Martin Edmonds in first with 101, James Butler in second with 99, so very close there. Magic Kazchuk in third with 83, Steve Davidson fourth with 76, Andrew D fifth, 72, Martin Smith sixth, 60, John Barker seventh, 59, David Feet eighth, 42, Mauricio Delgado ninth, 38, and Zach Wolf 10th with 24. So keeping it pretty tight, which makes sense because we're only
Two races in.
we especially with the reverse grids and stuff, and it's been a pretty tight race anyway. Anyhow,
Yeah.
that's all I got. Any closing remarks, Andrew?
Kind of a note going forward. I think April 13th, if I remember, or something like that. Anyhow, around Easter, there's a Saturday that's clear. I've got one vote so far by David Fiat. He's looking for the Ferrari DTM 2021 at Bathurst. So, if anyone
Hmm.
else has any desires for what to race on that weekend, go ahead and send me a line.
So that's
And
a that's a one-off event.
that's a one-off. Yeah, it's kind of a weekend where most people are away. Like Martin is going to be away. Um, so if we'll just do some kind of fun thing to fill in the Saturday for those who just cannot go for 2 weeks without racing.
Well, I know a lot of us here can't. But good to know. Yeah, vote in the ESR Discord. And speaking of which, join us esr-race.org. Visit us. We have a Discord where you can get involved with all the crazy community stuff. We do real life, or we talk about real life stuff. Do all sorts of different racing series like this one. We go all the way from Friday Wreckfest night, all the way up through our ACC GT Challenge and Multi-Class Mondays. But speaking of which, we're starting a new season in the next couple of weeks, which will be extra
Yeah,
fun. I think we're doing
yeah,
a Ferrari Challenge, I believe, as well. Not confirmed on that for me, but at least there's going to be multi-class, and that's always a good time. So join us there, esr-race.org. Oh yeah, new dirt rally championship, by the way. It's a really good one. We've revamped our structure, so join us, esr-race.org. Speaking of this series, next race is going to be at Brands Hatch. Another, so we're just going to be going through these really tight,
um,
twisty, high elevation change tracks. So we've had Watkins Glen, Mid Ohio, and Brands Hatch, and
Brands
after that,
Hatch. So Brands Hatch is the full course, though, I think.
yes.
Yeah,
But after that, Zandvoort and Most. So we're it's a theme, and I think that's not a mistake. So March 26th in more or less 2 weeks.
yeah.
Join us. Okay, well, it's been good to have you here, Andrew.
Thank you.
Appreciate all the work you've done getting this overlay and stuff. Like I said, I think it's a win. Hope to see you around next time. We'll keep you posted. And like I said, one last time, esr-race.org. Anyhow, see you next time. I've been Como Cray, and we're out of here. Bye bye.
Bye.